Righto, so I've been told I speak too quickly, so we're going to do another video today. Bit of a longer one, going through our remote Softwash skid, and we'll just talk about how that also integrates with our new pressure cleaning skid. So if you're anything like me, when you're buying a product, you want to know every little thing about it, how it works. Hopefully this video will be for you. Righto, so obviously based on our original 150 litre compact Softwash skid, using the same 240 volt pump that's been, really battle proven over the years. Where some customers are getting 2 years out of this pump, which is kind of insane for how cheap they are to replace. Personally, when I was using them in my own personal setup, I would replace them around every 6 months just to be sure. Probably a little bit wasteful. I'd maybe replace them yearly again just to be sure and to keep them working at their best. So how we've got this plumbed up differently is obviously we've got the remote system now. The little challenge we had with the remote system is if you've got a 240 volt pump, you don't really have a 12 volt battery to control any electrics. But we're onto a cool little company. We've been using their batteries for other things recently, but they're down in Melbourne. So we've got a customized little bracket there to hold that battery securely. And that should get you about a week's use, and that there, little outdoor rated, so it can sit out in the weather. As long as you do that plug up nice and neatly, and that will allow it to run the electronic side of things. So same sort of design brief, keep it nice and compact, keep it user friendly. So we've got a port here to plug into your customer's tap. You can change that to a 12mm if you run 12mm hose, but I do highly recommend running 18mm hose just for that extra flow. So from there you can send water either to the pump or to your chemical tank. So at the start of the job you can easily fill your chemical tank to the desired amount, and then once you're done you can flick it back over to the pump. This way the pump is positively fed with water. It's going to rinse really good. It really punches above its weight, especially when it's being pressure fed from mains. And so then, with a system as small as this and just a short hose to your customer's tap, you can have chemical on and apply your chemical. You can be around the other side of the house or up on a roof, and you want to softwash, softwash and now rinse that chemical off. Just push a button and the valve will turn over to water coming in. We've also future-proofed it again to work in with our pressure cleaning skids. So we've got a blank port here. If you're a window cleaner, you've got no interest into pressure cleaning or something like that, you just want to do facade cleaning, house washing, you're probably never going to use that port. But if you do want to one day get a pressure cleaner, or you do already have a pressure cleaner and it's set up on your ute, all you've got to do is, if you buy R1, we'll have a kit to supply you with the hoses to connect them. But if you're doing it yourself, you just need to T-piece your water coming in from the customer's tap and send it here. And then you need to T-piece your buffer tank and come out of your buffer tank and send that into this port here. And that way you'll be able to have the pump pulling from the buffer tank, or pulling from mains, or pulling from chemical. So instead of dropping your ute off and leaving us for a few days or even a week to do the full fit out, do your soft wash, your high pressure, or instead of driving hours down to come and get that sort of setup done, we can now ship this around the country. We can ship this little setup here, or this little setup up there, and then they can really work in together. They can be plumbed together by the end user, or if you come here for an install, we'll plumb them together instead. So any questions, feel free to give us a message or a call. Actually, before I forget, a little bit more on the remote system. So becoming a little bit OCD and think, oh well, what happens if you lose your remote or your remote battery dies on a job? We've also got the manual override here. So there's actually a sticker that's meant to go on that, I haven't put on yet. But you can have it set to remote, you can have it set to off so that it's not spraying chemical, or we can have it set to on so that it is spraying chemical. So you've got that manual override there to switch between chemical and water, or you do have the selection to then set it to remote, and then it will work, trying to be slick, on the remote, off, or on, and off. And that little battery in there, real easy to just slide out, undo that, bring it inside for charging. And in theory, I would charge it up once a week. In theory, it's probably going to last a lot longer than a week because it is 7 amp hour battery, and that little flashing light and valve don't draw much power at all. But again, rather not be stuck on a job because my battery's dead, just charge it up once a week, and it does of course come with its own little charger. Yeah, nice, neat little package, I think. Have a good one.